is a great day, a wonderful day, isn't it? Yes. Are you glad you're here today? Yes. I am. You look so sad that when I look at you, that what you say don't really say. But my speech today is using body language. And I looked at you, and you have actually brought out what I really meant to say, because I'm looking at your expression. What would you say is body language? What do you think of when you think of body language? What else? Facial expression. And your body on a whole. Now, this speech or communication skill has a lot to do with our body. Not only what we say, but the expression that we give. I have often seen people talking, giving gestures, and the gestures are 100 miles away from what they are trying to say. They're looking all over. Now, for us to communicate well, we'll have to use good communication skills. And using the body is one of the major things. Now, why do you think we use our bodies to communicate?
Because our voice only says part of the actual message.
Anybody else? Why do we use our bodies to communicate?
It's natural.
It's natural, okay. Anybody else?
It shows how we really feel about what we're saying.
It shows how we feel? Yes. There's so many different reasons why we communicate. Now, if I come up here and I'm doing a lot of things with my body, one thing I am sure people going to be looking at me to see what else I'm going to do. And because I keep their attention, I am able to communicate whatever I have to them. Therefore, the body speaks a language. Do you know that using our body language, it takes 60% of our communication skills? 60%. The way how the tone of our voice, the gestures, people are more likely to understand what we are saying more than hearing the words that we speak. You can look at Jim when he come up here and you know, he just carry on, and he just have so much energy, and all you can see him is going on like that. Maybe some of you even dream see him scattering in there, because of the impression that the movement of the body has on our speech. Now, because it's a non-communicated, before I go on, can you older ones or remember when you were children and your parents spoke to you without word in English? Did you understand them? Well, they always say, who cannot hear will feel. And if you know you don't want to feel, then you will hear. So communication is so important, and our voice tone and the gestures, all of these helps to make our speech effective. Now, body language can be grouped into 3 different categories. And when I first spoke to you this evening, you all said the 3 categories: facial expression, gestures, and whole body movement. Facial expression. Our facial expression, along with the tone of our voice, determine the nature of our speech. We can speak with our face to determine our attitude. Come here, if I go up to Miss Powell, and I say, look at Sister Carol, what would you think?
You're mad.
Huh?
Mad.
You think I'm mad? But I'm not really mad, but if I'm really mad, this Barry, you would know. When I'm mad, you know. But my face, sometimes my children say, Mommy, oh, your face. I say, yeah, I know. Because your face is very, very important. Your expression, the tone of your voice. One thing, when we communicate to an audience, the audience should see by the expression of our face and the tone of our voice, the sincerity of the speech. They should understand where we are coming from. What is it we are trying to communicate? And so they're looking at our face. They hear what we say. If I say, oh, I'm so delighted to be here. What would you think? You know what you think. That delight don't look like delight. That looks like spoiled light. But if I say, oh, I'm so delighted to be here. I'm so delighted. Right away, the expression on my face let you know. She's stretching out her feet. Right away, it lets you know exactly. It is true. I'm delighted. Oh, I'm so glad to see you. You hear the tone of my voice, the expression of my voice on my face. So we communicate to our audience what we really feel by our facial expression. What about your eye contact? Where are your eyes? Where are your eyes? It's in your face. I got you. But your eye contact is very important. When we talk to people, I know there are people who do not want to have eye-to-eye contact. Have you ever met anybody like that?
Politicians.
Have you ever met anybody you try to talk to and they are looking down like this, like a little dog that is being scolded? When we talk, we have, as communicators, we have to make sure we make good Because when we do not, what we are communicating is that it is thought that people who are shy and less confident of themselves do not want to make personal eye contacts. And so we don't want to go, our audience to go away thinking that we are trying to avoid them because we are dishonest or because we are disinterested or nervous. We want to let them go away knowing that we meant what we said. Every moment of it was good. And so we tried to do that. Gestures. When you think of gestures, we think of our hands. How do we gesture? Do we use our hands all about, as I said before, I am talking about the rostrum here, but I'm saying the rostrum over there, way over there, and I'm just talking about here. We should use our hands to communicate exactly what we are saying. If we are saying it's right here, then it's right here. Also, when we talk to a small group of people, our speech is more effective if we talk and gesture within the range of the audience. When it's a big audience, then you have to extend your gestures, which should begin from here and not just the palm of your hands. We can get our audience better. And so we have to also study the size of our audience when we use our gestures and how we use them to make them effectively. Good gestures can convey a good message of what we really are saying. It's the positive. It conveys your thought. It's because you're putting your thoughts together. Not only can we do our hands, but we also do our bodies. We use our body, your whole body. If I say I went on a walk, I said we had to walk fast. Well, I could use my body. We don't want to scoop over when we are talking. We don't want to stand and kind of half-shaded and try to find a place to put your feet. Our bodies should be together with our hands slightly curved and when you're not using them. And I assure that people will be looking at us to see how we present our speech by the way we use our hands. You and I want to be greater communicators. So we need to look at our facial expression, look at our gestures, and also at our bodies. I remember, for an example, student that I went to college with, and he had a presentation to do, and he was so afraid to face the rest of students in the class. This is what he did. We begged him. We said, please, come and give your demonstration. Everybody did it. He did this. What's your impression of that? I don't hear nothing what he said, because he wasn't talking to me. His back was turned. Let us be good communicators. Mother Toastmaster.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Aelis Waugh. That was a very nice speech. Collaborated very well. May we have the time of the speech?
14 minutes and 46 seconds.